Hi everybody, Bob with Knives Town here. Today we're going to take a look at a Fallkniven knife. This is the WM1. This particular model is available in both VG10 or their famous 3G powder steel. This particular model we're looking at here is one of the VG10 models. It's a fixed blade knife, and it ships with a sheath and is shipped in bubble wrap for protection. And there's also a sleeve there on the knife. There's what you get. Let's take a look at the sheath first. What we have here is a Zytel sheath. Zytel, as you know, is a hard thermoplastic. It's very rugged, very indestructible, will stand up to lots of rugged use, years of use. It does also come with a nylon dangle and a nylon latch, which is a snap. Get a close-up look on that for you. It does have the model embossed there, WM1, and you can see the Zytel has a slight texturing, but it's really smooth to the touch. I don't know if you can read that. That says Fallkniven.com. It does have a drainage hole there, if you can see that. There is a drainage hole at the bottom there to let water out. As you can see, it does come with a leg tie down, and this also could be used to make a neck knife also. The sheath does lock the blade in with the finger guard runs up against this flexible piece right there, which snaps it in and holds it in. And then to remove the knife, there is a thumb ramp right here that is used to push and draw the knife like that. It's a belt loop sheath right there. The knife only fits in one direction, and that's because of the finger guard right there, which I told you about. That has to lock into the locking piece right there. So it only fits in this direction. Fits in like that. Snaps down. It has a nice long tail here that you can grab. You know, even if you're in a hurry or in a rush, or if you don't have your eyes on the knife, you're doing it by feel or in the dark, you're not gonna miss that. That's a nice long, easily grabbed snap there. Holds the knife securely. No rattling. Very secure. It's not noisy. And like I say, and this can be removed. This cord, that's just removable. That's just threaded through a couple of holes there in the sheath to use as a leg tie down, or you could make a neck knife out of it by tying those together at the end and hanging around your neck. Let's take a closer look at the knife itself. Here's how I remove the knife, by pushing like that. Let's do the technical specs here. The blade is 2.8 inches long, and it's a drop point blade. Alright, the steel in this particular model is VG10, and I did mention also that the knife is available in the powder steel, which is an even more advanced blade. But I'll tell you, VG10 is a very premium steel, so this is an excellent knife. The tempering process that Fallkniven uses on this VG10 really gives you high strength and high edge retention. So it's an advanced steel, no doubt about it. The grind is a flat grind. It's flat ground from the from the spine to the edge, and the secondary bevel is a convex. It does have a convex edge. For those of you who are familiar with that, that's also known as a rolled edge. It doesn't just come to a point like that. Rather, it rolls down. It rolls in like that to the edge. And the advantage of that is that you can get it just as sharp as a hollow grind type of an edge. But you also get the strength holding. It's a stronger edge that'll hold its edge longer, but you also don't sacrifice any sharpness. It's a great grind, and Fallkniven is one of the few companies that puts that grind on their knives. It takes a little more work, it's a little more effort, but Fallkniven is a higher end knife company. The thickness of the blade is 3.5 millimeters. The weight, 2.5 ounces. It's a very light knife. The Rockwell hardness on that steel is 59, so that gives you some idea of its edge retention. Very hard blade. The handle here is made of what Fallkniven calls thermorun, and it feels like a combination between rubber and plastic. It kind of feels like a cross between the two. I'm not saying that it has any give, but it almost feels like it's a little bit grippy, or it's hard to describe. It's not tacky, but it's grippy, and it feels like as if it does have a little bit of give almost, but not really. It's got the hardness of plastic, but the grippiness of rubber, and so it feels really good in the hand. This knife, if you take a look at it, and you can see in comparison to my hand and the size of it, and you can see that this is not a large knife. This is a smaller knife in the hand, and now in my hand it will look small. And that's by design. This particular knife, the WM1, Fallkniven designed to be a woman's knife. This is designed for women. It's a knife designed for women from the ground up, starting from the handle and the shape of the handle, the size of the handle, the way it's been designed, to be held, the whole look of the knife, a non-aggressive, not a tactical knife. It's a non-aggressive, all-around general use type of a shape and knife. And it's been designed in the size and in the configuration specifically for a woman's hand. So you can see that it's maybe a little bit smaller. It's fine really, but maybe a little bit small in my hand. It'd be just right in a woman's hand, and that's what it was designed for. This is an EDC knife for women, and it can be used as basically the everyday cutting companion. Because of its design, it could be used for every function that comes up. It could be used in food preparation. It could be used in just general, cutting chores of, paper, cardboard, string, packages, tape, whatever. Whittling. It could be, she could use it to defend herself if she needed. It's the all-around knife companion. And it can be worn, like I said, on the neck as a neck knife, or it can be worn on the hip, or this, you could take that cord out and you could just put your knife in the sheath and just toss it in a purse or something like that. It could be a good starter knife for a child or a young person. It does have a lanyard hole there with a collar that goes all the way through. The construction of the knife is full tang. That the steel does go all the way through, all the way to the end, and even though you can't see the steel at the edge of it, it is just right underneath there. I mean, the steel is this handle is an outline of the shape of the steel underneath there. This is just all one piece of steel underneath there. You've got a finger guard here to stay safe with. It gives a good grip. It feels good in the hand. It's not going to twist because you can see how oval the shape is. You can see, so you get a grip on it. It's not going to twist. You can hold it straight up and down very easily. And last but not least, it is razor sharp. That's what we've come to expect from Fallkniven. They make very, very sharp knives. Give you a close-up look at that handle, that thermal run. It's an interesting material, I'll say. It's smooth to the touch. There you can see the Fallkniven logo on the blade. Nice little knife. Really nice. Rugged, handy, sharp, lightweight. Just really usable. Great little knife. Another winner from Fallkniven. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'll see you again.